Question 1, we're given a list of numbers, a sequence of numbers, and we're asked to find the missing ones, the first one, the fourth one, and the seventh one. Now the way to do this is to work out the difference between each one. So let me just write the word sequence. All this sequence is for us at this moment in time. We need to know that a sequence is a set of numbers that goes up in a fixed amount. And that's the amount we want to find out. So what you do is you look at two numbers next to each other, two consecutive numbers. So let's write that word down. Consecutive. That simply means one after the other. So I want to work out the difference between 82 and 96. So this is the bit I want to do. So let's go here and do a column subtraction. 96 take away 82. As before, this is the units column or the ones column. And this is the tens column. We always start with the smallest column. So it's going to be 6 take away 2, which is 4. Now moving on to the next column, which is the tens column. 9 take away 8, which is 1. So the difference between these two numbers is 14. So I need to add 14 every time I find my next number going up. Now, in order to find this, I need to take 96 and add 14. So I need to do the same thing again. To find this number, I need to add another 14. So let's do that down here. 96 add 14. Again, this is your units or your ones column. And this is your tens column. 6 add 4 is 10. So we put the 0 down. And we have to carry the 1 over to the next column. Because we can't have two digits in one column. 9 add 1 is 10. Add the 1 you've carried is 11. So we put the 1 down and carry the 1 over to the next column. Because there's nothing else to do. So our answer is 110. So we have 96 add 14, which is 110. So I can put that number in here. So in order to find this number, we need to add 14 to 138. So 138 add 14. That is our next calculation. So we go here, do the same thing. 138 add 14. As before, this is our units column or ones. This is our tens and this is our hundreds column. 8 add 4 is 12. Put the 2 down, carry the 1 over. 3 add 1 is 4, plus the 1 we've carried over makes it 5. And finally, in the last column, the hundreds column, we have 1 add, there's nothing here, so it's simply just 1. So our answer is 152. So that can go here. Now to find this, we have to be careful because we're going backwards down the line. So if I'm going forwards, I add 114. If I'm going backwards, I do the inverse. Let me write that word down, inverse. Just look at that word as the word opposite. So it's forward, positive, and backwards will be negative. So if we add going forwards, we're going to take away going backwards. What I need to do is 82, go backwards to find this number. So I will take away 14. So let me start here. 82, take away 14. Now I have to be careful. This is our ones column. I'll put an O for ones column or units column, and I'll put a T for tens. So here we do 2, take away 4. We can't do that. We've not got enough. So we go to the neighbour. That 8 becomes a 7. And the one we've borrowed turns this 2 into a 12. So now I have 12, take away 4. And that is 8. And then I have 7, take away 1, which is 6. So my answer is 68. And we can put that straight into there. In question 2, we're given 3 dates, the 1st of January, the 8th of January, and the 15th of January, and the temperatures. So we've got a positive 5 degrees Celsius, negative 4 degrees Celsius, and a positive 1 degrees Celsius. Celsius and centigrade are both the same, but we use this word Celsius. Now we've been asked to work out the temperature difference, and we said difference is another way of saying minus, subtract, or take away. So we're asked to work out the difference between the 1st of January and the 8th of January. We write down the 1st of January and the 4th of January. And we're going to work out the difference, because we said the difference is these three. Now, one thing you must know, 5 take away a negative number, these two here, because they're next to each other, join these two together and put a little positive in your head. So your calculation now is 5 plus 4. Because this negative and this negative, this minus and minus together become a positive in your head. So this is our calculation. And that equals 9. So let me draw it along here on a number line so we can see. All the way across there. If I put 0 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. And on this side, we have -1 or -1, -2, -2, and so on. So the difference between 5 and the -4 is this here. And if you count the number of jumps you have to make, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With the second part of the question, we're given on the 22nd of January, the temperature was 7 degrees lower than on the 15th of January. Now, 7 degrees here just means 7 degrees Celsius. And lower, it just means we have to subtract or minus or take away. So on the 15th of January, the temperature was a positive 1 degrees Celsius. So 1 degree Celsius. And by the 22nd of January, the temperature was 7 degrees lower. What we do is we start with this temperature, 1, and because it's lower, we take away 7 degrees. And our answer, right, this is tricky now, because we start at 1 and we take away 7. So let me make some room here. So we'll start at 1 degrees, which is here. And we take away 7. So when we take away, we go down the number line to the left. So I need to do 7 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I end up on -6, -6. Our answer for 1 take away 7 is -6. Now with these sort of questions where this number is bigger than this number, what I like to do is swap these two around. So what I do is 7 take away 1, which is 6. And then I simply stick a minus sign in front of it, a negative sign. So for example, if I had 2 take away 5, what I would do is I would do 5 take away 2, which is 3, and then simply stick a minus sign in front of it, a -3. So the answer there would be -3. That's just another shortcut that you can remember.